I'm slow motion. Nice 35 degrees. We need all the shade we can get.
Why is it cold out here every single time you come?
It's actually not anything as bad as last time, dude. You know, you just got to embrace the suck. So, Slow Motion's mobile truck repair. We have a truck that needs repaired. See, the downside of these old Chevys, the hoods are really hard to open because they almost never break, you know?
Just rusted.
You see them Fords, the hoods just pop right up because they got to open them all the time. I think it's going to be simple. We're going to see if she fires up. We're going to do a couple simple tests. I am a whole lot of self-taught, so we're going to see what happens. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm with these lights very often. Does this thing work? If this thing works,
Fired
dude.
up.
Oh,
Fired
look
up.
at this thing. Have you ever used this?
Yeah.
Dude, these are the coolest little things ever, man. That's awesome. See one's still working. We need keys. Keys are important. See, Casey don't want to admit it, but he's such a genuine person. That's the only reason I want to help. I don't help anybody else, but I'll help Casey. Now, you know how people are with like animals? They see like a stray animal.
Yeah.
And they just like, they gotta collect them. They gotta save them all. I'm like that with cars, dude. Like when I see one and it's hurt, I don't want it to be hurt anymore, you know? All right, let's see what she does. Yep, does a whole lot of nothing. So we got a real simple method of checking spark. Oh, yeah. There we go. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our metallic object. It's not a screwdriver, but I normally use screwdrivers. We're gonna put it in here. We're gonna find something for it to ground to. We don't want to touch it. We want to be just a little bit off of it because that's how the spark plug is. It's got a gap for the spark to plug. And then we're gonna have Casey crank it, and we're gonna see if we get a spark. Okay. It does not appear that we have any spark. Do it again. All right. Boss, I think we have a spark related issue, not a fuel related issue.
Fuel in and see if it goes.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I think we'll put a little fuel down the throat and see if she tries to light, but it does not appear it's sparking. Slow Motion's mobile truck repair. Always haul your fuel in an approved container. Now, you don't want to pour all of that. A little dab will do you. That's a little more than a little bit, but you got a fire extinguisher handy.
Negative.
Okay, let's not catch on fire. Hold on. Nope, she was actually spraying fuel too.
Was she?
Yeah, do that one more time. Let me look again. Yep. All right, come here. You ready?
Yep. Okay.
You see it spray?
Yeah.
You got fuel, you ain't getting spark. Good news. It's also cheaper. So we have the coil right here. It's what provides the spark to the distributor. It's gonna provide spark to everything. That's a pretty common failure point, especially since you don't have spark in anything. You got your distributor. It's gonna have the cap and the rotor. Generally, when those start going bad, you'll start running rough. They don't all out fail, but they can. And then you got your plug wires. If a plug wire was bad, it'd still run. It just run like crap. So I'm pretty confident in saying that it's most likely your coil, but there's ways to test it and I don't know how. The best option I got is to throw parts at it and see what fixes it. I'm 99% sure it's the coil, or if you want, the parts store's still open. It's not that far. We can pop this coil off, hop in the wife's car, go get a new coil, put it on. It's just a guess, but I'm 99% sure it's probably gonna be in that coil. Especially since you lost all spark.
I like 99% certainty.
And if it doesn't, if the coil doesn't fix it, Casey said he's gonna edit that part out. If you said, hey, I'm gonna keep this truck for the next 20 years, okay, yeah, let's just put everything new on it and be done with it, but there's no sense in replacing something that's not broken.
This is my grandpa's truck. I will probably have it for the next 20 years.
I'm just a shade tree mechanic that sells myself as a mechanic on the internet. We don't even have the air filter on, so we're definitely getting air. You can hear it. It's definitely got compression. The only thing we don't have is spark, which we also verified with my handy dandy, not a screwdriver. So I say let's pop this off and let's run to the parts store. Hell, we might have this running tonight. You guys got a mowing business, and I do believe this is how you get all the equipment around, right?
Yeah, I use it. I use this vehicle. Gym clothes and leaf blower. Got some safety cones.
Safety.
Got my tools.
Got the old dude wipes.
Got the
not
dude
even
wipes.
sponsored, because you all ain't making me enough money on YouTube to support this. So we gotta be mowing yards and stuff, you know. I even got to show up to work, you know. Yep.
It just exploded.
I figured it would. Oh yeah, I'm working on a 1990 K1500 ignition coil. Do you have one of them in stock by chance?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, go ahead and set the more expensive coil out. We're gonna grab just that, and if we need to come back and get other parts, we will. You guys close at 9, right?
Yes.
All right, that will work for me. Let's throw a coil on it. I'm pretty confident that's what it is. It is. We can line up a lot better that way, I think.
I like it. Hello.
Basically, I'm no technician, so we're throwing parts at it.
Yeah, so something sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, or until something sparks.
Yeah, or blows up.
Yeah, that's all we're grabbing.
All right, I
Hey,
appreciate
it'll either
it.
work or it won't work. Thank you, boys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Take it easy.
They gave us a standard ignition. Can you read? Standard ignition. You see it? Standard ignition.
Dude, the cool thing about this light is that it's actually pretty
Oh,
bright.
I forgot about the light.
It's pretty
We
bright.
have a light.
It's pretty bright.
Yeah, she's magnetic. Just
Look at that.
genius, man. Just absolute genius. From what I can tell, there's a single bolt that holds it on. I'm gonna guess 7/16. It's never the first one you grab. That's why I had you grab 2. Zinga! It's always the second one you try. That's custom. That belongs on a lamp, not on your throttle. We might explore that with Casey later. He's running really fast. I'm gonna take this long extension. I'm gonna pry on your fuel rail. Slowmotion's mobile truck repair. We might not do it right, and if I screw up, this ain't gonna be cheap. Hey, see this right here? That is not OEM. That actually belongs on a lamp. I don't know if it's connected to the pedal or the cruise control. Well, actually, we could source it because you have a cruise control box.
Cruise does not work, if that tells you anything.
Oh yeah, here's your cruise control.
It doesn't,
stuff right here.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Oh, okay. So the cruise control is the lampshade. That's why. Note to self: lampshade, good for lamps, bad for cruise control. No, it looks like rivets.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But it also looks like they gave us bolts to bolt that on, so I think we can grind the brackets off and bolt them on. We're about to find out. Do you have a grinder by chance? I've got some flavor. Oh, hell. There you go. Do it again. That's it. What do you think? Properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. There it is. Now it's on it. Send it. Ah! Right there. This red wire that's running down. It's that. Nope.
This
drop
red
down.
wire?
Yeah, that. Pull it towards me. We're gonna do a little bit of polishing. She's pretty corroded, dude. Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what happened because I think you already know. But well, hold on. But I do want to see if she'll fire. So let's go see if we can't find a bolt to stick in that, because all it needs to do is make a connection. If that makes sense. So as you can see, almost OEM. Slowmotion's truck repair. We might not do it right, and after we break everything, it's probably not going to be cheap. But basically, we just need a C. It should do Ooh, that's corroded like crazy in there. There's a little more corrosion than I thought. We're gonna set that on for quality assurance. It's not a proper repair, but it should carry spark.
Ready.
Yep. Hold on. Do it again. No. So I don't know if you can see from where you're standing, but there should be a little nut right there. Really little bolt. And there's one right here. There's a little plug right there. Yep, there it is. Is that it? Is that the right side? No, freakle. First time. Going straight up. Okay. Good. Pretty rough in there. Oh yeah, that's corroded like. Wow. Okay. See, if we would have just popped this off earlier, I'd have told you a whole different thing. I'd get a whole bunch of stuff. There we go. And it should be notched. Let me see that. Oh yeah, she's all corroded. Everything's corroded. Yeah, that time constraint on them closing had me concerned, man. If we'd have pulled this off and seen all that corrosion, I'd have been like, oh yeah, let's replace it all. But I was so excited about getting this thing running.
Dude,
I ran my mouth and 99% sure I was wrong. If the parts store would still be open, we could have this running. So, it's definitely not new. It's got a little age to it, but I've seen them in worse shape. The way that looks, your engine's healthy.
good.
There's no oil deposits on there. It's not burn up. It's not overly white. I mean, you might be a smidge rich, but I'd rather be a little rich than a little lean, because lean's how you melt stuff. Well, sorry we couldn't fix it tonight. This is corroded like crazy. I'm sad you got to spend like 120 bucks, but all of your ignition system will be new. New coil, new distributor cap, distributor rotor, all new plug wires. The spark plugs is up to you. We can always do those down the road. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, get parts. I'll be here Friday morning. We can communicate that whenever. You know, we'll look when the sun comes up, but I can be here as soon as the sun comes up. No issue there. And I'd say within an hour and a half of being here, this thing will be running. And if it's not, I'll eat my hat. Slowmotion's mobile truck repair. Here we go. Well, it's Friday. Old Casey got coffee. I've been here for a minute, but we had to get coffee in us. We're back at it. So I think we left off. We put a new coil on it. Said there was a 99% chance it'd fix it, but there was a 100% chance everything was pretty corroded. So we're replacing pretty much everything in the ignition system, things that make it spark, and we're gonna hope that fixes it. It's not complicated at all.
I think this little teamwork, and we'll
the biggest thing is gonna be the plug wires. We'll just take them off one at a time, you know. So you got your cap. I do like to always compare the parts. It's just funny because it's a Chevrolet and that is literally Ford blue. Like, all in all, that is Ford blue. So I think if I was paying attention, I think we were doomed from the beginning. If you remember, when I pulled it off before we even went to town, when I pulled it off, it had a stud off of it. Oh. The stud had already broke out of it. So we were already doomed. I just was not smart enough to realize it. So I'm gonna let you do it, just because a lot of what you're getting up here on is plastic, and I think there's a little bit of ground pressure difference between me and you. Back when they made good zip ties. So if you want, you can set this just somewhere, well, anyway, somewhere over there as you go. But anyway, I'm gonna talk while you work. So you're at cylinder 8 then, 2, 4, 6, 8, if you're all the way at the back. None of this is really relevant to what you're doing, because you're just taking one wire at a time, but it's just information, because, you know, I gotta flap my jaws.
Okay, so I'm putting it
It's
on
still
here.
on there. Yeah.
And then go ahead and plug it right back in.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to put that, like I said, probably right in front of that one, if you can, kind of wedge it in there a little bit. He's doing all the work. So that's a little too short. Story of my life. That next one. Never mind. He's like, I'm literally looking. This wire runs to cylinder 2, dude. Like, just ignore me. This is the exact same as when I put a transmission, rebuilt the transmission in Kendall's truck. See, look, I'm putting an ignition system in Casey's truck. Ho ho! We got some dissecting to do here, bud. So there's a lot of problems with here. So if you can see there, not the made in USA, but it's pretty burned up in there. I don't know. We might need a flashlight for this. I got an idea. Look, we got a sun. Look at that. Thank you. Nature has provided us with light. So you can see these are corroded. I mean, dude, you got your money's worth out of that, but there's a little burn up there, not too terrible, but she's completely blown out there and cracked. You can actually see a little light through there. I don't know if they can, but this thing's definitely lived its life. I wish I would have inspected it before we went to O'Reilly the first time, because this thing's cranked, and I'd almost venture to say that this might be the original, dude. Got your money out of it. Rotor, slap on, slap the distributor on, tighten it down, put your little wire on there, and see if she fires, because if she doesn't, I'm gonna look bad.
Yep.
Looks good.
Spot on.
A little less burn up.
A little less burn up.
Hold on, I think you had it upside down. Maybe not.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
And then that thing should really only set on one way. Turn it. Spin it. Spin it, spin it, spin it. There you go. Oh. There you go. As corroded as everything was, I can't see this not being the problem, you know?
Yeah.
This is the difference between, you know, what you call me, a YouTube mechanic, shade tree mechanic, and an actual mechanic. An actual mechanic can diagnose, but I would say just by looking at it, there's a pretty good diagnostic there.
I got 99% certainty, then I got 100% certainty. Catch me? Maybe it didn't.
Start, yeah, stay good. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, that just plugged in.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Give us some positive clickage.
Okay, you feel good about that one?
Yep.
Okay.
I feel good about trying to give her the old Star Rooski. Casey's got everything plugged in. We're gonna give it, see if she fires, and we're gonna shut it right back off. We got wires to button up and whatnot. I hope this fixes it. Everything that we've replaced is pretty corroded. She's pretty cranked. A little burn up there, a little corrosion there. If it doesn't fix it, then I don't know. I don't know what the next course of action is.
Oh, that's not good. You're the mechanic.
Yeah. You ready?
Ready?
Come on, dude. Give us some good news. We need it. Well, it's not sparking. So we're not getting any spark. So you have a test light. See if it's getting power to that coil. If it's getting power to that coil, you remember that one piece I was talking about was the ignition control module?
Mm-hmm.
It's literally the only other piece in that system. But before I tell you go get more parts, I'd like to see if we got power going to it. If that ignition control module is bad, it'll be only the second time I've ever seen that. Those don't generally go bad. So, I guess let's do a little more diagnostic.
Yeah, it's getting pretty close to being hauled to a shop.
Yeah, the only thing left is the ignition control module with this wire. If this wire's got power to it, the only thing left, if we're getting power to everything, everything's new.
Yeah.
The only thing left is the ignition control module. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible. There we go. Okay. So this is ground. Connect this to that. Just makes me feel bad because this is twice in a row. I'm like, oh, this is gonna do it.
99, I got 100%, I got a bunch of good percentages.
All right, go for it. Okay. I got good news and I got bad news.
Okay.
Good news is light, which means you got power to it.
Okay.
Bad news is I think we're gonna have to buy an ignition control module, which I do believe is the most expensive part on this system. There's a 53% chance an ignition control module will fix it.
Much better. I like realistic percentages.
Well, let's unscrew that and go ahead and take the module off. I'm gonna let you run to work and I'm gonna get a module. I'm gonna say the same thing.
Those?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing I said when we took the old distributor off and whatnot. Look how corroded that is. I guess I should have looked at that and been like, that's probably not ideal. See that? 99% of people do not replace parts with GM OE parts. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is probably the original. And this is a 90, so 34-year-old part.
34 years.
I can't guarantee this is bad, so here's what I'm gonna do. Casey's gonna bounce off to work. I'm gonna bounce over to the parts store. I'm gonna buy one and put it on, and if it fixes it, then we'll charge Casey a couple $1,000s. If it doesn't fix it, then I'm just gonna eat this one because I'm tired of telling him things are gonna get fixed and then not fixing it. I feel bad. He seems pretty optimistic about it. He says, it's all just a best case scenario, which if that sounds good to you, he's got a podcast, best case scenario, and it's one of the better podcasts I've listened to. Check it out. Hold on, I'm in the middle of something. All right, new parts. Hey, you want to? Okay, you talk. Tell him. All right, we're back. Got our new part. We're gonna slap it on. We're gonna see if it fires up, and yeah, wish us luck. Every good job needs a good supervisor.
Good supervisor.
And I'm doing a good job. She's gooped. Now, we just need to find the plug. Plug it in, spin it around, place it where it needs to be, tighten down. Things are happening.
You want a Granny Smith?
Yeah. There it is. Oh yeah, that's positive. Ooh, about to drop pieces in the motor. Hey, will you grab that jump pack out of the truck real quick? Let's fire this thing up. Casey brought me an apple. And we're about to put jump pack on and fire this thing up. I think that's really what we were missing before.
The apple?
Food. I love good apples. I love all apples, but these are my favorite. All apples matter.
Okay, you are sure we are hooked.
Hold on. Say something nice to her. Tell her you love her.
I love you, girl. I need you. I need you. Maybe today.
Show us what you got, baby. Come on. Yeah. I need something to happen. Did you shut it off or did I?
Yeah, I cut it off.
Oh, let it run for about 5 seconds. Dude, that's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Let's go. Come on, girl. That's what I'm talking about. We didn't have the apple, Casey.
It was worth the wait. I'm glad I didn't take off.
We didn't have the apple. Also, I think that was only 7 cylinders.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I felt it rough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I felt it like rumbling.
Here, we didn't connect that back. Whoops, we didn't connect that back from our testing. Like I said, when I went to get this, it was the only thing left in the equation.
Yeah.
But I've only ever had one of these fail once. That is awesome.
Dude, thank you.
Woo!
Thank you.
All right. Slow motion, mobile, truck repair. We might not do it right. We might not do it cheap, but something's gonna happen. I'm telling you, things are happening. We still got some stuff to do. We gotta put the air cleaner back. We gotta get zip ties some wires away from hot components. But the truck is running. The engine's doing engine things. Sweet. And I was only 53%. That was gonna fix it.
It was the kind words and the apple.
It was the apple. But these old trucks, they got a lot of character, man. And you just give them a little love. And I'll show it right back to you, man. I got an old 70s. Just say a few kind words to her and she lights right off, man. That's what it was. It wasn't even the new parts. She appreciates the new parts. She does. But it's the love, you know? You know how some people are with puppies? They see a stray animal on the side of the road, they gotta save it. Dude, that's these things, man. Just need a little love.
They just want to be heard.
I tell you what it was. It was you saying something about taking it to a mechanic. I was like, man, that's really gonna make me look bad. Another successful day here at Slow Motion's Garage. I'm Dakota. You can call me Slow Motion. Thanks for watching.